What up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk. Channel will discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss why you should tell women the truth, no matter what. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the out, give you leverage to better yourselves. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing if you have subscribed. Hopefully you get something out of the video. This is not necessarily a controversial topic, but I think it's something that needs to be discussed because with this red pill thing going on right now over the last, I think, decade. And I don't really subscribe to red pill. I really don't. I do believe in some of the concepts, but I don't believe in I don't believe in red pill as a whole. But I think this is one of the things that I think deals with red pill. So let's get into it. So why do I say that you should tell women the truth no matter what? So let's get something out the way right quick. There are a lot of folks, especially guys, that truly believe that women cannot handle the truth in a lot of situations. And to be quite honest, I believe that. I think that because of how emotional women are, I think sometimes the truth can really, really hurt. And the world understands that. And a lot of times, their loved ones, folks on their job, just anybody that has any type of interaction with a woman, a lot of times would not totally tell her the truth as a whole if they feel like their feelings are going to be hurt. And women do this to other women. I've seen plenty of times where, that I know a woman that is talking about a woman, not necessarily bad, but like they'll say some things that they wouldn't really say in their face, right? And then, once they get around that particular woman, it could be an associate, it could be a friend, and they won't say anything about it. And when I was younger, I really understand this. I'm like you're almost low-key two-faced to a certain degree because, you're not necessarily talking bad about this woman, but there's a lot of things you're saying to me that you would not say to her. And as a guy, I'm sitting here if I don't rock with somebody, I'm not going to talk to them anymore. I'm going to tell them straight up. We are guys. A lot of times are a matter of fact, for lack of better words. Like we don't really care about telling somebody how we feel or what we think about something. But for women, it can be extremely difficult for a woman to accept the truth to a certain degree. I think I said in a video previously that a lot of times, depending on how the woman thinks and how they move around in the world and what the world has told them, sometimes they can have a false sense of reality. They can be a little bit delusional when it comes to certain things. So, getting back to the topic, the reason why I say you should tell women the truth no matter what, especially if you're dating that woman, is because you don't want to give that woman a false sense of security. You don't want to give that woman a lot of fluff, for lack of better words, when it comes to like what you really feel about the woman, what you think about her, what your views are when it comes to relationships. You really don't want to do that because as your relationship grows and as you guys get to know one another, if you put yourself in a situation to where you're constantly not telling this woman the truth and you're not being true to yourself, then eventually it's going to come out. And then you might be in a situation where you may be in love with this woman, but once the truth comes out and you really feel a certain way, and she finds out about it, she's going to be probably extremely hurt, depending on what it is. And your relationship may be built off of falsehoods and lies, right? And I get it, what I'm saying? As men, date women and they get close to women, they want to really not hurt their feelings. They really want to be in a situation to where, not to say that they want them to feel good all the time. That's kind of delusional when it comes to that. People are always going to go through a situation where they're going to be sad, happy, lonely. That's just phases of life. But, as a guy dating a woman, once that guy starts to develop feelings for that woman, then he's really going to watch what he says. If he loves that woman a lot, right? And he's going to really move a certain way to where he doesn't really want to hurt their feelings. And I've done this plenty of times. Women I dated before in the past, I've done this with my wife. And you know, women say a lot of times that it's not really what you say, it's how you say it. To a certain degree, that is true. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but sometimes the truth is it hits so hard that doesn't matter how you say it. You know, if you really telling somebody the truth, a woman, right, and that truth is so real to them, that it really changes what they think about themselves and what they think about a situation, then it doesn't really matter how you say it to the woman. She's going to take it the wrong way. That's just the way women are to a certain degree. Like, you know, they take in information and they process it through emotion. So if it's a hard reality that they didn't realize before, then either they're going to not accept it and they're going to be mad, or they do accept it because, you know, in that instance, they may really be thinking outside the box and be like, okay, this is a loved one that told me this. So, you know, I need to trust him or her that what they're telling me is the truth. So what if this is the truth? Like, have I been disillusioned about this particular situation? Have I been disillusioned about myself? So, you know, it all depends on the woman, obviously. But the truth, the cold-hearted truth that I think women, you know, kind of realize when they get older, can really, really affect a woman's feelings. But I'm saying, as far as like a guy perspective, you cannot you cannot sit here and keep lying to your woman. You just can't do that. I mean, it's really, really going to cause a lot of issues later on if you guys decide to really make your relationship solid. Whether it be, you know, she becomes your fiance, she becomes your wife, she becomes a long partner for you. You can't do that. You have to tell her the truth. You can't withhold things from her, right? Now, I'm not saying that you should be, you know, like a person that's like really harsh and actually like, you know, just tell her, hey, look, this is what it is, and that's it, and I don't care about your feelings. I'm not saying that at all, right? All I'm saying is that if there are some things that need to be said to your woman, and you see that she's thinking a certain way, but she really shouldn't be thinking that way, then you need to tell her, right? And it's all about being a man. It's all about being in a position to where you're the leader, right? Because you don't want your woman to have a false sense of reality when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your finances, right? You know, I've seen plenty of situations where guys lie about the finances to their woman because they don't want them to panic. They don't want them to feel a certain way. That is a huge red flag in your relationship, a huge one. Definitely need to be transparent about that. Now, I do understand there are a lot of guys out there that, you know, on alpha male time, and they feel like, you know, they need to be the one only deal with the finances, and the woman shouldn't deal with anything like that. I mean, I'm not saying for you to do either or, right? You do what your relationship can handle, and you do what you can handle, right? All I'm saying is that sometimes transparency with the finances can really save a lot of arguments and can save a lot of bad juju, for lack of better words, when it comes to your relationship. So that's one aspect. There's so many aspects of a relationship when it comes to a man and a woman, where, you know, the truth needs to be said. And most of the time, men can handle the truth. We have to, because we're men. We have to deal with reality. We can't deal in falsehoods. But a lot of times, women cannot handle the truth. But you need to tell your woman the truth no matter what. I cannot stress that enough. You know, telling her the truth may hurt now, but in the long run, it will give your relationship so much of a foothold to where you know where you stand and you know where she stands, and then y'all can come together and decide whether this truth is going to either break our relationship or make it stronger. All right. If you want me to discuss a topic that you think may be beneficial to the channel, just email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Finding Fitness and Folk, F. I'm gone.